there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah, this is Brown Family Goods, and today we're in my bathroom. We're going to start here at least. I thought I would share with you today a fun type of video, and that's just going to be to tell you about some of my favorite things. I like these kind of videos. I like to watch these kind of videos because I just like to see what kind of things people use. Maybe I'm looking for the same type of thing, and it's good to have a little recommendation, a place to start, so maybe you like this too. So anyway, let's jump right in. I thought I would get started here in the bathroom. So let's get started with my very first favorite thing, and that is dry shampoo. So dry shampoo is not revolutionary, but I love this Batiste brand dark hair dry shampoo. Obviously I have dark hair. A lot of times when you use dry shampoo, it's a white powder, and so it's really hard to work that through your hair if you have as dark of hair as I do. Now, not all of my hair is dark anymore. There's many sprightly gray hairs coming through as well, but this is absolutely the way to go. Now, I wash my hair every other day, and I will tell you that it gets greasy after the very first day. So to stretch my hair wash one more day, I use the dry shampoo at the end of the day of the first day. So I always put this in like overnight. I'll spray my hair really good. I just kind of move it, section it, put some in, section it, put some in, and work it through with my hands and in the evening. And then before I go to bed, typically I'll put my hair up or back or some kind of way. That way I'm not sweating all night. It works great. It looks so fresh the next morning if I put the dry shampoo in the night before. I've tried lots of other brands other than the Batiste, and I definitely think that this one is the best. So here it is. I'm sure you've seen it. It's basically the first dry shampoo that there was Batiste. I wanted to show you also, I get mine at TJ Maxx. If I go to Marshall's or if I go to TJ Maxx, I will pick up dry shampoo there because the price for this size can, I'm not sure exactly what it is online, like at Walmart or somewhere, but it's much higher than if you pick it up at a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's. So, you know, they got the beauty section there with tons and tons of products. They always have dry shampoo in there somewhere, so you just have to look around a little bit and find that. But dry shampoo for dark hair is my #1 favorite for my personal care items. Next on my personal care list is this La Roche-Posay Double Repair, what is it called? Double Repair Face Moisturizer. I put this on every single morning. This has SPF of 30 in it, and it does not break me out. I have tried many other moisturizers with SPF, and of course now they say you should wear SPF every single day under your makeup or just in general every single day. And I really think that this has improved my skin texture as well. So absolutely putting on a nice layer of moisturizer every single morning before I put makeup on. I just let it soak in for, you know, a couple of 30 seconds or a minute before I start to apply whatever kind of makeup I'm using for that day. This is my go-to. Fine too. So most of the things that I linked to you today, I'm going to link probably on Amazon, but that does not mean it's necessarily the best or most affordable place to get it. I just want you to be able to see what it is, and then you can shop around a little bit if you're interested in buying it. Sometimes it's Walmart, sometimes it's Amazon, sometimes it's like TJ Maxx or Marshall's, like I said. It just depends, and if you're not concerned about the price so much, you just want to try it out, it's an easy way to get things, you know? All right, #3 for my bathroom essentials is this TheraBreath. I don't know if you have seen this around because I see it a lot at Walmart now. They usually will have a big display of it at this point, but I absolutely like this. Okay, you see on here it says non-burning. It says that on there somewhere, and it does not burn. I am someone who bites the inside of my mouth, my cheeks, my lips on the inside. Yeah, it's a bad habit, but it's a nervous habit. This is perfect for me because it absolutely does not burn when you swish it. It leaves a nice minty flavor, kind of like, it doesn't really taste minty until after you spit it out, after you've rinsed your mouth, and then you kind of get the minty flavor. It's very mild though, but it absolutely works, and I really love this. So try this out if you have not yet. They have tons of other flavors too. Some of them are more intense than others, like Alan gets the wintergreen or something because he doesn't mind things like that that are a little bit more intense. But for me, I like the non-burning one because it doesn't hurt on the inside of my mouth and I'll actually use it then. One last personal care item before we leave the bathroom here, and that is Lumify. I have put off buying this for such a long time. I didn't think that I needed it. I didn't think that it would work. It works. It works. I put this in before I have contacts as well. So I put this in a couple minutes before I put my contacts in each morning, and it makes your eyes incredibly white. All of those little blood vessels or kind of yellow spots that you get in your eyes as you age, yay. One more thing to contend with that just make you look not as refreshed. The Lumify works. This little bottle was only $11. I've had it for probably about a week or so now, and I've been using it every day. You can use it up to 2 times a day. It works for about 8 hours. So I put it in the morning, and then typically I don't put it in again because I'm just around the house after that point, but you could put it in one more time throughout the day if you were going out in the evening or something just to refresh your eyes. It does not burn at all. It doesn't sting your eyes, but it really, really works. Try out the Lumify if you haven't already. Okay, now we're in the laundry room and I have a couple of things to show you in here, kind of household items, I guess I would say. First one we talked about really briefly in a cleaning video. I just mentioned in a voiceover that I have a Dyson vacuum. No, my vacuum is crusty right now, but I mentioned to you that I converted, not me, Alan. We converted the battery for the Dyson vacuum into a Ryobi battery rather than having it be rechargeable battery that was just a regular Dyson battery. So I'll show you here. I have a little charger that you put on the wall there, and you can use a Ryobi battery from a tool, any kind of tool battery, and it just clips onto your Dyson vacuum. And then instead of changing the Dyson battery, because we had changed the Dyson battery, rechargeable battery 2 times already, and he was like, let's just go to something else so we don't have to deal with that anymore. So now we're on to this. You can do, obviously I'm using a Ryobi battery. These are the ones from like Home Depot, you know, and you can use Milwaukee, you can use, what is the yellow brand? DeWalt batteries. You just have to get the right converter. So all this does is just, this bottom portion of your Dyson screws off, and then you put the converter in place instead of adding a new battery in place for the Dyson. So it's super simple to change out, not difficult by any means, no special tools needed or anything like that. You're not going into the vacuum or anything. You're just simply taking off the actual Dyson battery and putting on the converted battery. Now, one thing I will say is it will no longer, I'm gonna take the battery off at this point, is that it will no longer hang on your wall. So that's the only thing you're giving up. If you have the wall hanger for the unit, you won't be able to use that anymore, but in my opinion, it's totally worth it because I can go and go and go. All I have to do is just swap out the battery. If I'm using my stick vac for cleaning out the car, or just, I kind of use it as a sweeper throughout the house. I don't use it on like my wall-to-wall carpet, but I use it on my hard floors and on my rugs and things. But it is so nice to be able to just pop on a different battery if the first one runs out, and continue on rather than have to put it back on the charger and then wait. I think you'll really like this. If you have a Dyson vacuum and the battery life is dwindling over the years, you can always change it out to whatever battery system that you want to change it to. The next thing that I'm going to show you is a clothes shaver. This is a clothes shaver, and I remember these when I was growing up. I believe my sister had one. This is the little thing that eats the pills from your clothes. It shaves them off to make them look new and fresh again, and this is absolutely so handy to have. So many of the fabrics that we use now get pills really easily. My husband has a couple of shirts for, just like t-shirts for work and stuff, and they get pilled up after the first wash. And in my opinion, that makes the clothes look kind of old. And it's like, this is not old. It's not old. It doesn't look nice, and it takes away from the appearance of the clothes. So you can adjust the head of it and you can make it shave a little bit closer or further. I've used this on all kinds of fabrics. I've never had any problem with it. Now this is a battery one, so I just popped in whatever batteries it takes, AA's or AAA's or something. They also have rechargeable ones. So if you prefer a rechargeable where you never have to change the batteries, you just pop it on the charger from time to time. Obviously, this is not something I reach for every single day, but when you need it, you need it. You know, so I've used it on all kinds of fabrics, cottons and polyesters. I have some silk pillowcases, but they kind of get pilled up over time as well. I've used it on that too, and it works beautifully. Okay, the last thing I have to show you here in the laundry room is this foldable drying rack. So it's popped up now, it's big, and it is so nice to have. Sometimes you have things that just have to air dry. You know, you don't want your shirt to shrink or your pants or whatever it is. You got to air dry things, but you don't always want the rack just in the way indefinitely, you know? So this one is so nice because it collapses down completely, 100%. So then you can just stand it over here in the corner and get it out of your way. And this one just has these little fasteners on the side that keep it locked into place. But once you open them, it just shrinks away. This is so lightweight, I can just put it away to the side. If I wanted to take it outside and dry some things outside, I could absolutely do that. It's so easy to move around and just get it out of my way if I don't want to deal with it. So, I hope you love those things. And now we're gonna move on to some kitchen items. All right, we're here in the kitchen now, and if you have watched any of my cooking videos or meal prep videos or anything like that, you know that we love our air fryer. There's something about cooking for two people. It seems like you're always just kind of reheating bits and pieces of things, or one of you is eating, the other is not. You're just doing more simple foods than making big meals for a crowd. So the air fryer just really suits that, you know? You can do so many things in there too. But the one thing that is not nice about the air fryer is cleaning it, continually cleaning it. So here's where I have a couple of hacks for you in that department. I have both silicone liners and paper liners. Now my go-to is the paper liners because, again, I don't want to clean something every single time. I just want to be able to use it and throw it away. And even with the paper liners, you can get multiple uses out of them. If you're just putting something that's not messy in there, it's very easy to use the paper liner and continue to use it. It's going to be fine. So paper liners are an absolute lifesaver, and these come in a big pack. These are from Amazon. They have different shapes too. If you have a round basket air fryer or different sizes, so if you've got a little bit smaller unit, you don't have to use a big paper like this. But I do like the silicone liners as well, because sometimes if you're making something that's a little bit messy, it would run off of the paper or something like that, and so the silicone liner can be well suited for things too. So I have both here. These came in a 2-pack, the silicone liners did, and we use both. We will line it with something before we check out the air fryer. You are an air fryer. Gosh. Definitely check out the air fryer. Air fryer liners is hard to say. So definitely check out those air fryer liners if you are an air fryer connoisseur like we are. Okay, well, just the other day I told you about my new kitchen table. This is my most prized possession at this moment, so I'm trying to take extra good care of it. And I was really worried about the top getting scratched with like setting cups down and plates and things like that. I didn't want it to get any kind of dings or dents or anything like that. And also, this kitchen table, like I'm sure your kitchen table too, is a catch-all for all the things. So a lot of the times it's loaded up with boxes and whatnots and lunch boxes and things. Now, as I said, I want it to be protected, so I bought these cute quilted placemats on Amazon. They had a million colors. I chose this blue color because it kind of goes with my rest of my decor in here, so I think it's cute and complimentary. I almost went with the tan color, but then I thought that's probably going to get dirty really easily. Now, these are completely washable as well. I've washed these once already, and you see, they're still in the same condition. I didn't have any trouble with them shrinking or getting weird when they went through the wash. I just laid them flat to dry on my drying rack and they came out just as good as they did when I put them in. They have other shapes too. So they have round ones or this shape here. These came in a pack of 6. Very affordable, less than $20 for 6 of those. So you can use them if you have a larger table than me, then you can use them there too. So definitely check out these cute quilted placemats on Amazon. One last thing to show you in my kitchen, which is more of a cleaning item than kitchen item, but I wanted to share it with you because this is my second bottle of this, and this is a Pinolin. It's called Luxury Scents, and the smell of this is absolutely incredible. This one's called Sunrise Memories. It says pink peony and red fruits, and it smells kind of like cranberry and flower. It is so nice, so nice. So I use this in my mop water, but you can also make up some general, like some multi-surface spray with the same thing. So I like the regular Pinolin because it has actual pine in it rather than pine sol, which does not. So for the regular Pinolin, originally was using that indoors, but I read somewhere that regular Pinolin is good for outdoors too, especially if you want to keep bugs away from your doorway areas and whatnot. And I did that on my stoop out there because since that's kind of a heavy use area, we have a light right there too, and bugs seem to be attracted to that area. I washed the steps, the doorway area, all of that area with the Pinolin not long ago, and it works so well. It actually refreshes things outside. It's incredible. So I think you'll really like that. But this one, of course, is more for inside where you want a nice scent and to really know you've cleaned something. And it is so great, especially for cleaning your floors. And I think you'll really love it too. This bottle was only $4. So, and it's very concentrated, so you only need a very little bit in your mop water or in your multi-surface spray. So I hope you'll give this a try, especially for the price point. Pinolin Luxury Scents. Well, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoy this kind of video. Just sharing a few favorite things and things that I use around the house with you. Maybe you'll check some of them out. I'm going to leave the link to all the things in the description box below. That way you can go and browse around for yourself. If you liked this type of video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel to see more things like this. I like to share about cooking for 2, meal prep for 2, gardening, and well, maybe dogs. That's about all I've got, you guys. But anyway, I hope to see you back here again real soon.